Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? I hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday, May 7th. Thank you for being here. It is FOMC day. We know this is a big day. Lots of volatility, likely. All right. I will officially get started in 7 minutes. Between now and then, I'm going to say hello to my friends, do an audio visual check, take a few chart requests, get that brain matched up with my mouth if we dare. Thank you, Shake and Bake. I appreciate that. If you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. Hey, Tess. Hey, Sir Fernando. It was a weird morning for me looking for Queen of the Mountain trades. I had scouted Queen of the Mountain trades last night, and I'd come up with a list of about 12. That is a lot compared to what I normally find. And being FOMC day, I know to be cautious on day trading. We have to be careful on positioning sizes. Implied volatility will be through the roof on options. We have to factor that in. So we'll approach this very carefully and systematically. Hey, Alex. HIMS had a great day yesterday on earnings. We got through this 46.35. Your next resistance over 50.56 is 52.72. We have a pretty big short float on this one. I believe I checked yesterday, it was 33%. Potential 4-hour bull flag. A conservative bull who didn't catch this move is looking for a back burner trade during regular trading hours. An aggressive bear is looking for a top fish with great risk to reward, meaning you'll get stopped out fast if you're wrong because you have a high probability of getting stopped out because this has bull momentum. This is a classic potential 4-hour bull flag. It remains healthy above 45.76. Your pre-market low 46.98. I would keep that on my chart. That'll be a key level going forward. And then below that, 45.76 keeps the consolidation healthy. Yesterday I was live and we were going through this. Oops. And then we had this 5-minute volume bar. When you have a 5-minute volume bar eclipse your opening bar within the first 30 minutes or first hour, that is very telling. So here and here, now this bear volume was telling as well. It marked a temporary top, but this just gives you more assurance or another data point that this move has staying power. And that's what happened. It definitely had the staying power. It pulled back to the 5-minute 12 EMA. Was that even a healthy? No, it's not what I want. Was that a healthy retracement? It wasn't. It pulled back more than 50% of that move, but it still had staying power with that volume. So NVO had earnings this morning, and it will have an impact on him. So it's up 4.5%. So NVO sells the GLP drug. I'm not really sure which one, but it sells the drug Lilly and NVO. And the NVO has a deal with HIMS. So that helped him spike a couple weeks ago. Netflix is beautiful. It's just beautiful. That news headline that we had on Monday that brought it down, it was still green on the day, nice recovery, just what you want to see when you hit that first hourly oversold. Great bounce. We got over Monday's high. It's just a beautiful chart. I mean, it's just perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, but this is pretty perfect. That news headline, it did help cool off RSI. It's not ideal that you have that, but This chart looks great. We have a 4-hour squeeze. As long as we're holding the low of yesterday, I like this long. We do have FOMC today, so don't forget that. Netflix will consolidate. It will. But I'm not in the business of trying to predict that. Disney is up 8% on earnings. So, I mean, who impacts whom? Is Disney giving Netflix a potential tailwind into open? Maybe, because their live streaming was good. I'm not sure. But Disney looks good. All right. Carvana. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. Carvana looks good. Potential daily bull flag. Earnings today after hours. Not a lot I can do with this with earnings after hours. Over 264.17, your next resistance, 267.65. We have an hourly squeeze. The thing I like to look at is what is price compared to where it was last earnings, what's happened. And it's up about 26% since last earnings. So is that priced in? That's a pretty good move up overall. I mean, that's even taking this move down out just from where it was at earnings. Did I mark that right? No, I didn't. Let me do that again. Earnings. We're up 11% since last earnings. So we'll see. But this is a great daily chart. FFAI, and then I'll get started. Can't see my clock. There it is. Okay, FFAI has earnings tomorrow after hours per trading view. When you have names like this, I like to just, if I'm trading it, I want to set an alert for $1. And if I just want to watch it for a potential long, you want to set an alert for $1. That is such an important level on these penny stock names. It's a name to, it's a psychological level, but it can act as support and or resistance. We're looking for a daily higher low. What's the volume on this? Volume's okay. 4-hour downtrend. Hourly downtrend. $1.08 is key here. And then $1.07, $1.02. Resistance 117. Hey, sissy, I love you. Hey, Kellamine, haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Magda, Alex, LNB. Philip, y'all, let's get this show on the road. All right, let's start with ES. So ES had headlines overnight on China. We're looking for a daily higher low. We're above the daily 50 MA. If we look at the last pivot on ES, anything above 5496, let's just call that 5500, is healthy consolidation. So this is a potential daily bull flag. And again, we're holding the daily 50 MA. This bear consolidation was not very concerning. We have a daily squeeze. We have FOMC today. Don't forget that. Oh, and by the way, my name is Slim Shady. Chart Gallery, if you want to give me a follow on X, that would be lovely. I would greatly appreciate it. And I also want to let you know we have a free trial offering. We only do this probably twice a year where we offer a 14-day trial. The offer expires tomorrow. The link is in the YouTube video description. I'm going to put it in chat as well. I mean, what's wrong with free? Nothing. And this is for people who have never tried out Chart Guys before, so you can take a look under the hood and see how the sausage is made. So what I do here on Wednesday mornings is I take a look at this market environment dossier table. This is my own table I created just as a way for me to more objectively communicate to you what I see in the market. We're a little more bullish than bearish. It's not overwhelmingly bullish. We still have some warning signs out there. As far as the economic calendar, it gets no bigger than today. We have FOMC interest rate decision. This happens every 6 weeks. That will come out at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then Fed Powell will take the mic at 2:30 Eastern. We sometimes have a reversal there. If you're a TCG member, I created a video on the anatomy of an FOMC reaction so you could kind of prepare for it. I'll boil it down for you real quickly. The most important thing is stair steps. Stair steps are important in FOMC reactions as far as trading those reversals. And you can do that on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 5 minute, and just looking for that whipsaw action at certain points. At 2 p.m. Eastern, you get an initial reaction, and I did want to show you that. The FOMC watch tool, let me update this. I did this yesterday and it was inaccurate. Let me just do it one more time. There is a 1% chance that the FOMC will cut a quarter point. 99% chance no change. So if at 2 p.m. Eastern they say no interest rate change, that's already baked into the pie, all right? That's already baked in. If there is a cut, that is not baked in. So that could create volatility. We would assume bullish, and then Powell takes the mic at 2:30, and typically we get some type of reversal, and then when he's off the mic, we get that third reversal. The real reaction is tomorrow, once calmer heads have prevailed and we've had time to digest the data, if you will. So ES, potential daily bull flag. NASDAQ, potential daily bull flag. This looks great. No red flags on NQ. 4 hour, we're going sideways. We need to change this 4 hour trend. RTY has regained the 4 hour 12 EMA. This is a potential daily bull flag, but what's different is we're right under the daily 50 MA. So we're rejecting at the daily 50 MA on the Russell. That'll be important. And I would be remiss to not mention that we are looking for a weekly lower high on the indices. That doesn't mean we will absolutely get it. Odds favor when you drop from a weekly higher, lower high to a deep lower low like we did on a bounce. A lower high is more likely. However, of course, geopolitical events, in this case economic events, can change that. Dow is cleanly rejecting at the daily 50 MA. We need to get over 41,555 to clear that daily 50 MA. This is a potential daily bull flag. SMH is pretty important sector. We are holding on to the daily 50 MA. We're opening green on all of our sectors. Last time I looked, let me just confirm that. Yes. We're opening green. SMH is opening green. We're below yesterday's high, and that's great. If you're a bull, I don't know that we want to gap up into FOMC. You want to just kind of be a modest green, and that's what's happening now. With VIX, we have a 4 hour equilibrium. 25.18. That rejection yesterday morning, I was on the mic, that gave us the clue of the market reversal. We had this double top. And then in the afternoon for me, right here, Eastern, we approached that 25.11 area again, rejected, and that gave the second reversal of the day. So I constantly have VIX up, watching it for clues at major resistance and our support. So we have an hourly equilibrium right now on VIX. Hang Seng was green overnight. DAX is slightly red. Bitcoin had a pretty bullish move overnight on that China news. This is a potential 4 hour bull flag. And you'll notice on the daily, we rejected 97948. We came within $10 of that. So we have a double top right now on Bitcoin, holding the daily 50, we're holding that too, but the daily 12 EMA and the 4 hour 12 EMA, potential daily bull flag. Let's go ahead and get this retracement. Anything above 96,000 keeps consolidation healthy. I watch Bitcoin throughout the day to also give me potential indices clues. Sometimes it'll get a 2-minute trend change before the indices and give you a clue. Ethereum, I love this 4 hour squeeze back here. We've gotten kind of choppy over here. We're still squeezing on the 4-hour, potential 4-hour bull flag. ETH is still underperforming Bitcoin on the ETH BTC chart. That's a market ratio chart that Charting Man Dan introduced to Chart Guys. And we're still going sideways with a potential weekly. Let me just show you. Potential weekly bear flag with ETH BTC. So Ethereum bulls haven't proven anything yet. 4-hour lower high set. So Bitcoin's still outperforming Ethereum. Dollar 4-hour inside bars. Dollar typically gets volatility at FOMC. We have sideways equilibrium with a squeeze. We're below the 50 RSI, which gives me a bearish lean on this equilibrium. Gold is consolidating. Amazing, amazing move yesterday. Well, I guess from Sunday, amazing move. So right now from Thursday's low, grab. We could consolidate down to 33.57 and still be healthy on the daily. I don't like the way that this chart looks on the 4-hour. This was a pretty big pullback, but we're holding the 4-hour 12 EMA. We're over 50 RSI. It's bullish. Hourly, we're fighting here. Equilibrium sideways. Oil got over daily resistance by a smidge. 13 cents by 39 cents, and we rejected at the daily 12 EMA. Rejected the 4-hour 50 EMA. Support 58.85. We have oil inventory this morning. What could be setting up? This isn't a classic one because we've already gotten the bull break. Ooh. If you're new here, drawing isn't my strong suit, especially with the magnet on, but we could be creating a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. Nat gas is green overnight. Daily inside bar, we need to break over 3648 to set that daily higher low. On the weekly, we're still looking for a lower high. I don't have a trade set up in nat gas. Nice to hear you, Wonka. I think Bitcoin could break out above 98,000. There's been a lot of pressure building on Bitcoin. So I think it could break out today, absolutely. And I would anticipate the markets would break out with it, but our big variable and wild card is FOMC. Apple, we're looking for a daily higher low. So we've been moving down since earnings. This isn't ideal. Retracement so far is about 70% of that move. So on a bounce, bears will be looking for a daily lower high on Apple. On the 4-hour, we've made enough room for a potential 4-hour higher low, rejecting at the 4-hour 12 EMA, rejecting at the hourly 50 EMA. So can we get a higher low compared to 197.02? Apple is not in the best position. Amazon still coming down from earnings. It's retraced about 65% of its move. Yep, right at 65% at the golden pocket. So it's not as healthy as some of the other high beta names after earnings. We're below the daily 50 MA and 200 MA. However, a daily higher low is still possible compared to 178.85. NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA. Potential daily bull flag with a daily squeeze. We do have a gap down here of 108.92. And the reason I love NVIDIA, besides being a daily bull flag, is this pressure building. When you have a level that you can see from Mars, look at all these tops that we have in this area. And this 115.40, 115.50 area, let's call it. When you break that to the upside, if you break it to the upside, that puts a lot of bears underwater. And that we have this squeeze as it's coiling under that 115. If we can break above 115.50, I like NVIDIA long. Look at all those touches in that area. If we fail, the same thing is true. It's a good top fishing area because bears have made their stand. They're saying, we don't think that Nvidia is worth more than $115. So they've made their stand there and they've put a lot of liquidity there. So 115.50 holds, then bears are in control. 115.50 breaks, I like Nvidia long. Tesla, I like long. We have a daily equilibrium. We held that 270. We have a 4-hour squeeze. Look at this lower volume during consolidation. I call this a trampoline pattern where you get that small lower low without follow through. I like Tesla long as long as we hold 270. All right, for my Queen of the Mountain trades, and this has a lot to do with oil. I don't like to do XLE names on oil inventory day, but CVX has a daily squeeze forming, 4-hour squeeze forming, and look at it on the hourly. Look at that squeeze. So at this point, you could take the break in either direction. Daily RSI is below 50. It's definitely more bearish than bullish. 4 hours below 50. Hourly is just above 50. So CVX has a nice squeeze, potential play in either direction. Hood, I like long. Hood had earnings. This could be a little weekly bull flag. And we have a 4-hour squeeze. Looking for a 4-hour higher low, gap rules apply. As long as we're holding 48.88 as support, that is a long signal. MDB, that is such a nice squeeze on MDB. On the daily, we're below the 50, below the 200. It's not ideal from a bullish perspective. On the 4-hour, we're holding 50 RSI. I like it long above 169. PANW has a nice 4-hour squeeze. Potential daily bull flag above all key EMAs. This is a nice tight range. I like PANW long. XLP, daily equilibrium, squeeze above 50 RSI, 4-hour above 50 RSI, high compression squeeze, and an hourly squeeze. I like XLP long. We're gapping up just a little bit. I like the gap rules. I like XLP long. And within consumer staples, if you wanted an individual name, Home Depot's below the daily 50 MA, but that is such a beautiful squeeze on Home Depot. 4-hour squeeze. So Home Depot may be where it's at. And Duke looked great on the daily. It's gapping up, shoot. I like Duke on the daily. And if you're a small cap fiend, I don't trade these often. MVIS has a weekly equilibrium, weekly squeeze, daily high compression squeeze, daily equilibrium, 4-hour squeeze. This one looks poised for news. If it were to get news, I like a bull break above $1.15. Bear break below $1.08. But MVIS, if you are a small cap lover, I like that one. Okay, I'm not going in order. SE. This is a China name, I believe. They have earnings next week. Potential daily bull flag. We're not at all-time highs. We're near 52-week highs, but opening up right at yesterday's high. This one looks good. Support 142 and 139.80. I don't know if I like it here for a long or a short, but it looks good. Potential daily bull flag. Let me get some water. Hey, Jenny in Tuscany. I'm still going to come visit one day. Pony was a short squeeze yesterday. If you don't think of genuine when you look at this, something's wrong. We got over that 1438, 1445. We're consolidating. Potential 4-hour bull flag. Conservative bulls are waiting for a back burner during regular trading hours. So the 5-minute already hit in extended hours. So now you're waiting for the 15-minute. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I never know. Kelamine or Kelaman. Oil did confirm an hourly downtrend, yes. And it has inventory this morning. I don't like where oil is with that daily rejection. We could be setting up a 4-hour inverse head and shoulders. So be aware of that. I took a quick short on oil yesterday from here to here because only 3 pennies risk right here. And I got out of it. I'm glad I got out of it. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Anything else? Okay, I think I got them all. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget about the trial. It is free. It is absolutely free, 14-day trial. The link is right here in chat. I'm going to pin it to the top so you can see it. It's right there now. This will end tomorrow. So take advantage of that free trial so you can see what our community is like. It's pretty cool, if I must say so myself. I get to hang out. Oh, be 1,000. We have 999 people in our community right now. Go be number 1,000. All right. I look forward to seeing y'all. TCG members, I will be live in 10 minutes. Let me go boot that stream up. Use stop losses.